Okay, so I am coming on here to actually discuss some issues that I believe is like a problem within the fandom. Okay, so before I even start my rant, let me just say I am an ARMY. I am ARMY, okay? I love them. I stream. I believe in voting, supporting, all of that. Before I get on my rant, let me start and lead with that, okay? However, I feel like there is an ongoing problem in the fandom that basically attacks being an individual. And this is why people constantly come for ARMY, saying it's super toxic. And I have fought, okay, I have defended. I'm like, no, ARMY is so beautiful, and it's not everyone. And this is so true. This is why I'm staying in ARMY, because if it was completely all bad, obviously I would be like, wash my hands. I'm not gonna be a part of that. But there is beautiful moments. It's amazing being part of such a big group that love and support BTS as a whole, that we all agree these guys are amazing. They deserve everything. We want to support them. Let's go. And there's so many projects and people come together, and just the beauty of it. It's amazing. And so I love to be a part of that. Do I have my own little ARMY friends? No, I do not. Okay, but I can see on Twitter and on YouTube, I see it. I see the community. And it's beautiful, and I don't want to leave. Now, with that said, I'm able to see the freaking toxicity within the fandom that is so freaking loud. It is irritating. Now, I have so many points I want to go over. So when I mention the toxicity in the fandom, I'm going to start with the whole how you can't have an opinion. Okay, everything is taken so personal, and it's like, you can say you like something outside of BTS, and like it honestly was like the very first time that I experienced it. So I became an ARMY in 2020. I'm a whole Dynamite era ARMY, okay? And I remember the first time I got freaking crucified by ARMY, and I didn't know what was going on. I was just like, I literally made a simple statement. I was like, oh my God, I love BTS, but this song is banging. And they came for my throat. And I'm like, whoa. Like, I literally said I love BTS first. This is not me saying I like a song does not attack BTS and their discography. It does not attack who they are. I can say I like a song that's outside of BTS and still completely love and support BTS. Like, it drives me freaking crazy. It drives me crazy. Like, what is wrong with you guys? It is so ridiculous. So for me, I love BTS, okay? And don't get me wrong when I say this, but I'm saying it to make a point. BTS is not the end all be all for me, okay? I liked groups long before they were born. Like, I have liked groups for a very, very long time, and I will continue to like new groups after they come back and everything. That's not to say I don't support them. I love BTS, but I'm allowed to listen to other shit. I am. And like, the mindset for me is so freaking crazy. I feel like people that feel like that, they're literally like between 13 and 19. And this is their first era of like liking a band or something, because I have like several. I have been through a lot of eras of boy bands and girl groups, and before K-pop was ever in my world. So the mindset of you can only like one group is so freaking crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. Now, with that said, I think people need to stop using a multi as like a term of like an attacking term, because people are allowed to like other stuff, and it doesn't make them any less of an ARMY. It doesn't. Like, BTS themselves listen to other music. You know that, right? Like, you understand that. Jungkook listens to countless artists. So why is it a thing in the ARMY that if you listen to anything other than BTS, you're not a real ARMY? How is that a thing? How? Literally all of of them listen to other music. Now, with that said, I don't consider myself a multi because within K-pop, BTS is like the only one, even like outside of K-pop, BTS is the only group that I got so invested where I watched everything. I studied them like freaking finals, okay? Like, for me, I can look at BTS, I can identify them by their shadows. I can figure out who's who by what they're wearing. I could tell you what song is by just looking at the choreography. Like, I know them, okay? I know them. But I can't say the same thing for like Stray Kids or Blackpink or any other group that I casually listen to. So it's possible to be an ARMY and not a multi, but still have eyes and ears and hear other music and other artists. Like, that's not a crime. You guys need to stop crucifying people for having interest in groups outside of BTS. That does not make you less of a fan, and it does not mean you're a traitor and you're not a loyal ARMY. That's so freaking dumb. Like, it is so irritating. I hate it. I hate it. Stop doing that. Ugh. Now, with that said, so like I said, I do not consider myself a multi for that reason. But I watch survival shows. I love survival shows. But once the group has been formed, I kind of just check in periodically. And I can't tell you like everything about them. So this is kind of what, to me, separates a full, like a full, I'm going to only listen to, or this is what, this, for my definition of a multi and a full ARMY, where this is what it's not that you don't listen to other music, but just that BTS is like who you're mostly invested in, who you know everything about, who you could take quizzes on, like, so much. You could take any kind of test with them and get like 95% of it right. Because let me tell you, I still be learning stuff, okay? It'll still be like, oh snap, I can't believe I didn't think about that song, or whatever, but I know a lot. So like Stray Kids, for instance, I love Stray Kids. I literally found them around the same time I found BTS, but I dug deeper into BTS. With Stray Kids, I kind of I like the music. I check in here and there. I still can't remember like 2 of the members' names sometimes. So no, I don't consider myself a multi. I don't consider myself in any of the other fandoms, even ones close like TXT. I like them, I support them, but I couldn't tell you like every little thing about them. I couldn't. In fact, I checked back in and I'm like, wait, there was like 2 new songs? What? That doesn't happen with BTS. Like, I'm on it with BTS. So that's the difference between an ARMY and a multi. And if you're a multi, that's cool. You're still an ARMY. It's just you consider yourself part of several fandoms. That's what a multi is. Not that, hey, I listen to other music, because that is such a limiting world to only listen to BTS. When you look at my Spotify, I listen to a lot of stuff. Like, I'm not just going to listen to one. I can't do that. I've never been like that. Like, even growing up, I listened to punk rock, R&B, country. Like, I've always been a multifaceted person when it came to music. So having this cult-like behavior, like, oh, you can only listen to BTS and you're not a real fan if you listen to anybody else, like, that is craziness. That is craziness. And like, that kind of brings me to my next point with absent-minded voting. Now, I am not talking about when our music drops and we're trying to get Jin voted up, or we're trying to get Jimin to the top. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just the whole concept of anytime BTS is in the option of the poll, you just click it. You just BTS because it's BTS. You're not even thinking about the question. Just, it's BTS. That's kind of not good, because you become like an absent-minded drone. Like, it's okay to read the question and then consider the competition they're up against and then actually think about who qualifies to get that vote. Like, that's actually okay to do. It really is. It does not make you a fake fan or anything. It means you can think with your logical brain instead of your fan brain. Like, so there was a poll, okay? And the poll was like, who has the best stage outfits, okay? And this is kind of what got me on my whole rant anyway. And the options were like Blackpink, Stray Kids, BTS, and like some other groups. And I stopped when I saw BTS, I'm like, ding, 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 because it's BTS, right? But then I'm like, okay, then I actually like to think about it. I like a little competition. I'm like, let me actually think about it. I don't like to just absentmindedly like pick my faves. I want to actually think about the freaking question, okay? And then I'm like, okay, yeah, let me see. Well, BTS be dressing, they be slaying, but this is specifically asking about stage outfits, who consistently has like, and so people voted for BTS, and that's so cool. I'm not saying don't, but if an ARMY decides, hey, this group actually, they have like really risque outfits, and they're always coming out with new things, and they actually always are on the media for them, and they actually always are that like they kind of are known for that, then it's okay to pick that group for that answer. It's totally okay. And it's like, you don't need to come for people and come for their throat because they pick something other than BTS. That is such a toxic mindset. And I feel like some of the voting has actually lost authenticity because that's the mindset of most ARMY. It's like, yeah, of course we want to vote for our faves, but we should consider the question. We should actually consider what it is asking and not just vote because you see BTS. Like, there's support, and then there's just like mindlessly doing stuff. Like, there should be a reason. And then like, we want BTS to win, but we want them to win, like actually win. And it was really interesting, honestly, to see during the solo era, because finally you guys were challenged to have to think, to actually have to think, because now it was like, so like, it was like J-Hope, Jimin, RM, and you guys were like, and didn't know what to do, because now you have to actually stop and think about what the question is asking you. And it was really interesting to see, because and when I'm not, what, y'all are going to come for me for this, but there was a lot of hypocrites out there. So the reason I say that is because when that happened and people were like, oh, we should vote for RM because he hasn't gotten a lot of votes and Jimin already won this. And who cares? Who cares? Does he fit the question? Do we not tell other groups the same BS that, oh, it doesn't matter. You can't be upset and just expect BTS to fall short because your group hasn't won. Have we not been screaming that to the mountaintops? And now all of a sudden y'all coming with that same energy now that BTS is split up? I thought that was very hypocritical. Very hypocritical. I did not think that's a good way to go about voting. Just pick who wins. Like, because that's literally what we've always said. BTS wins because they step up. It doesn't matter that this group over here has never won. Step your game up. Okay, so we need to take that same mentality when we're voting against other BTS members. Who fits the question? Read the question and vote accordingly. So that was really interesting to see, and we need to do more of that. Stop just voting for BTS and vote. If they fit it, that's amazing. That way they win authentically. They know, hey, ARMY has our back, and they're going to be honest. And we know if they vote for us, we deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm going to bring up the whole thing with J-Hope and Lollapalooza. I don't know if you guys remember, but J-Hope was like, I'm trying to appeal to a new audience. I'm trying to reach new people. I feel like the reason he wanted that is because he wanted to actually be respected for his art and get feedback on his talent, and not just because people are voting for him because he's J-Hope. You know what I mean? And because this was something new for him, like he stepped out of the box for this, and he wanted to know that what he was doing was actually appreciated for his talent, and not just, oh, because it's J-Hope, I'm gonna vote for him. You know what I mean? And so, like, that's what I'm talking about. I feel like I want BTS and them to continue to love and respect our vote, and not to the point where, oh yeah, but they're always gonna do that because no, I want them to know, hey, we are looking at your talent. We look at you actually deserve this. Like, because you're actually talented and you guys kill it. Like, it's okay to look at things and critique things and look at the honesty of stuff. And most of the time BTS slay. But like, oh, perfect example. Okay, I saw a whole reel, right? And I didn't like it because I didn't feel like it was fair. But it was a vote. It was a SM, and and they were like, who's the best vocalist? You know, and they're like Jimin, and then Baekhyun from X. And I know we don't like EXO and all this fan stuff and all this history that happened, but this is what I'm talking about again, like not being biased, actually looking at the question of who fits the answer to that. And I didn't like it. I don't like it either. Because why are you bringing this up knowing he's an exceptional artist? Like, you're not funny. So I understand like being upset and stuff, but if the shoe fits, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people in there, they just you get so upset, and I understand getting emotional about, because I don't like when anyone comes for Jimin's voice either at all. But I can also look and see if there's critiques and be like, oh yeah, sometimes this happens, and then give your support of why he is an exceptional artist. But don't just come for people because they have a different opinion. Like, that's so childish. Let's stop with that, okay? Like, that's so crazy to me. Oh, so I'm so over it. I'm so tired of people like coming for you and saying all this stuff. And like, as far as like the multi stuff and listening to other music, and you're not allowed to like this song and that song, and oh my God, it's just crazy to me. Like Jungkook literally gets on live and sings several other artists' songs. And look what happened when he did sing Rosé's song with Bruno. Look what freaking happened. People went nuts. And it's like, why are y'all so toxic like that? Can we not all just like listen and enjoy music? It is possible to both appreciate other artists and listen to their music and be a loyal stan of your bias. Both are possible in the same universe. Okay? They're both possible. So this is just my little rant. I think ARMY needs to kind of get out of this mindset that, hey, we have to only, you know, like this and like that. I'm not saying don't like BTS. Obviously, I love BTS, but stop coming and tearing other people down for having an opinion outside of BTS, because that's freaking crazy. Namjoon literally always gets on Instagram and gives like recommendations for other songs. We literally know V's style of music, and it's not even BTS. It's literally old oldies. So stop with that, because BTS themselves are extremely versatile. They also are very multifaceted when it comes to music. So where did we come up with this whole concept of you can't listen to other stuff? Like, it's not even just ARMY, because I see it within other fandoms sometimes too. It's just with ARMY, it's so damn loud. And because I'm an ARMY, I have personally been attacked several times because I have said anything other than BTS. And it's so dumb. It's why I like to get on Reddit and listen and read things, because people on Reddit, they tend to like think a little bit more, like outside of my bias. Like, you know, I'll look and read those things. Like, what are some unpopular opinions? Because it's okay to have an opinion that is different from everybody else. Like, I refuse to be bullied and trapped into being in this small box of music and can't listen to anything else, especially when my first band goes way back. Like, I have listened to bands before they ever were a thing. So you're not going to tell me I can't listen to other shit. I'm so sorry for my language, but it's so frustrating to me. We need to kill the toxicity in the fandom. Stop it. Stop it. Like, stop it. Get some help. So that is my rant, y'all. I love BTS, okay? I will always stream. I will always ride for them. I do consider myself a full-time, long-standing ARMY, okay? But let's be respectful to people that are multis. It is not a insult. Hey, you multi, must be a multi. Stop it. Like, they're allowed to like other stuff. Just stop it. So that's my little rant today. I'm an ARMY. I love ARMY, and I think we have a lot of beautiful moments. I think we have a lot of beautiful projects, and I am here for all of that. But I think the toxicity is so loud that sometimes it gets pretty bad. And then other people outside are like, oh, I don't want to be a part of that fandom. It's pretty bad. Like, someone told me, honestly, when I found them in BTS, someone told me, hey, don't get into that. Don't do it. Don't do it. They're like, listen, I heard about that fandom. They are toxic. And I went ahead and got into it anyway because, you know, I just love the guys. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. And then my very first, like, interaction with an army was, you have to love all of them, when I was literally just asking someone's name. Like, why are y'all so aggressive? Give people a minute. So yeah, that's my little rant, guys. Just actually try to think of it from a logical perspective of what I'm saying, and stop taking everything so personal. Like, it's like somebody says anything and all you hear is, I hate BTS. All you hear is, BTS sucks. No one's saying that. Like, you can have an opinion and still love and respect BTS. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Bye, guys.